The best way for me to explain it is like aggressive hunger. This is probably the best way to explain how this week was. When I come in here to make my Sunday vlog, try to turn on my microphone, and it's completely dead because I did not charge it last night. I typically will get things ready the night before on Saturday nights to make sure that like my camera is charged and my mic is charged because I know I'm gonna film the next morning. And I did not do that last night, which pretty much explains how this entire week went. And I did not want to step on the scale this morning. Like, I'm going to be always real and honest with you guys. I knew that the scale was going to be up. I had a really just not a great week when it comes to doing all of the things that I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't have my morning drink one time this week. I did not focus on protein this week. I feel like I took this week as my last week off before going to work, and it was almost like that starting over Monday feeling, except it was the entire week and I just did not track anything. I didn't do anything that I don't like to say like that I was supposed to do, because there's nothing that I'm supposed to do, but I didn't do the things that I know that I should do in order to make sure that I'm not like having days where I'm overeating, because this week I overate so much. I wish I could explain it better in words. But this week was messy. I overate multiple times. If this is the first time that you are seeing this channel, hi, I am Nikki and I've been on a weight loss journey for over 2 years using GLP-1 medications. And I am also the founder and creator of the GLP1 Girl Code, which is a space for women on GLP-1 medications. It's a community. It houses courses, it houses education on GLP-1 medications, and just everything that I have learned over these last 2 years is inside the GLP-1 Girl Code, which also has a full-fledged membership of women in there talking to each other, answering questions, and just being on this journey together. So if you are feeling alone, if you feel like no one around you gets it, if you don't have anyone to talk about these medications or this journey with, get inside the GLP-1 Girl Code. I just released 2 tiers. It's more affordable than ever. You have a tier for $9.99. You can get into the community, you can meet women, you cannot feel alone. And that comes with the GLP-1 Girl Method, which is my full 22 mini lesson course that goes over everything I think you need to know when you first start GLP-1 medication. Or you can join the all access tier, which includes all of my courses, all of my downloads, anything that's upcoming, and it includes monthly live meetings, which means there's 2 ways for you to join and no excuse anymore. So get into the community, introduce yourself, and let's talk about how your story is going. This week was not the best. All right, let's get into this week's weigh-in video. I was supposed to take my injection on Sunday of last week. That would have been my 1 week. But because I'm going back to work literally tomorrow, like tomorrow I am back to work full time. Because I'm going back to work tomorrow, I didn't want to take a Sunday injection. If I do have any side effects, it's typically on days 2 and 3. I've been on these medications long enough to know that if I take an injection on a Sunday night and I have to go to work or I have a new schedule, that it's just a bad idea for me. So both my husband and I decided, because we're both going back to work tomorrow, that we want to make sure that we have our injection on Thursday night. Thursday night is our like happy place when it comes to injections and having like a full-time schedule. During the summer, it didn't matter if we ended up with side effects or upset stomach, we would just stay home. No big deal, but we can't do that anymore. So we changed our injection to Thursday, meaning that I skipped my injection and we went, 9-10 days without an injection. And I don't know if that's what caused the best way for me to explain it is like aggressive hunger. I was just so hungry all week. We ordered pizza and I ate 4 slices and cheese sticks. I have not eaten 4 slices in forever. I only always eat 2 slices of pizza Sometimes I would eat 3, but it was very rare because the medication makes it to where I don't overeat. This week was a huge reminder that if I were to go off of these medications right now, I would have a very hard time and the weight would likely come back. And that terrifies me more than anything. Like, that is such a scary realization. And I think and I hope that if these medications were taken from me for any reason, I would like really stop and make drastic, like it would be like, I feel like it would be white knuckling it. It would be a complete overhaul. It would be me miserable trying to figure out how to stop eating when I should be full. But the thing is my body doesn't tell me when I'm full. How does this make sense? When I'm on a GLP-1 medication and it's working in my body, I eat 2 slices of pizza and my body tells me I'm full. My brain says, you're full, stop eating. And I feel satisfied and I can go on my day. But when the medication is not in my system, all of a sudden, I'm ravenous with hunger and I eat 2 slices of pizza and my body doesn't tell me I'm full. My brain tells me to keep eating and I eat 2 more slices of pizza. And then 30 minutes later, I'm so full that I'm uncomfortable, but my body didn't tell me that I was full. That's the difference between me on a GLP-1 and not on a GLP-1. And that to me doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand the science behind that. I don't understand why my body will not work like other people's that don't deal with the food noise, that don't deal with like the ravenous hunger or have that knob in their brain that turns off as soon as they are full and doesn't tell them to just keep eating. And I know so many of you that are watching this video know exactly what I'm talking about because this is what we've dealt with our entire life. And it's what people that have never dealt with it don't understand. Like the thin people, the skinny people, the people who have never dealt with being overweight, who have never dealt with being obese, have no idea what we are talking about. And I feel like they laugh at us when we talk about it, when we tell them that we just literally don't have it in our brains. Our brain does not tell us to stop eating. It doesn't tell us we're full. It does not work the same way their brains work. And when we get this whole, I lost weight naturally, or I feel like I've just been seeing it so much lately, and it's just, you don't get it. You don't get it. And that's okay, but don't shame us for using a medication that is helping not cure that, because it'll never be cured, but just like high blood pressure, it is helping us control that hunger hormone, that brain miss signal. It's helping us, and there's no reason for anyone to be ashamed of that. So this week I'm not super excited about my weigh-in. That's a pretty big gain. Last week we were already up, and now this week we're up more. This week we're up 1.7 pounds, almost 2 pounds this week. Again, I just feel like we're kind of back to the beginning of summer. It's almost like I didn't lose weight at all this summer. I don't love this. I don't love knowing that I've kind of reversed time, and it sucks, but at the same time, like, there's nothing I can do about it. It happened. This is where I'm at. I go back to work tomorrow. My entire schedule is about to change. Everything is about to change. I will be on my feet more. I will be working. I will be very much sidetracked. And I do fully expect to just hopefully drop that pretty quickly. Like, I'm not going to show up here and pretend that everything is like amazing right now. I'm not going to. I actually almost won part of a video 2 days ago because I was feeling really like down. I don't always feel like super excited and over the top, and I don't always tell myself the kindest things. I am not perfect by any means, and I never will tell you that I am. I still have those moments of doubt and those moments of, am I ever going to hit my goal weight? And those moments of wanting to give up. But I think that it's important to let those feelings happen and to get through them and move past them. But everyone has those moments, right? Like everyone has those moments, and it's okay. You can have those moments too, but then tell yourself that there's nothing that you can do about it. It's in the past. We can't rewind time. We can't fix it, right? All we can do is start right then and there. We're not going to start tomorrow. We're not going to start Monday. We're not going to start next week. We are going to start right then, right there. For me, it is happening right after this video. It's only 8:15 in the morning. I am going to go out. I'm going to make myself a Javi caramel coffee, protein coffee, and I'm going to sit down. I'm going to drink that. I'm going to edit this video and just reposition myself to make better choices this week. I did not track anything last week. I'm telling you guys, like, I treated it like it was the day before Monday all week long because I knew I was going back to work this week. So like, it's almost like this was like my last hurrah. It was my last week before summer. And I hate admitting that because I'm supposed to be past that. We don't do that. Like, we don't start over Monday. It makes me very angry actually to know that that happened this week, but it did. It's real life. It was a good week besides like the eating and besides the weight gain. Like, I had a great week. It was my last week before summer. I went into my classroom and I fixed my desks and I got my tattoo. You guys aren't gonna be able to see it very well, but it still has like that second skin layer. I'm going to take it off tonight in the shower. I did post it on my stories, and there's pictures over on Instagram if you want to see like pictures of it without all of the like extra bleeding. And so I went and I celebrated my weight loss, and even though I haven't lost 100 pounds officially, I'm about 7 pounds away from that 100-pound loss. Like, that's okay. I've still almost lost 100 pounds from my highest weight. So there's no reason for me to like beat myself up or for me to say like I quit or nothing's working or I like the medications have stopped. No, like, I gained weight because of the choices that I made this week. There is no reason to blame the medication. I skipped the medication, didn't take my injection until Thursday night. There is nothing that I can't blame anyone else besides myself. And I'm not going to sit here and just beat myself up because that's not going to help. It's not going to progress things forward. It's not going to rewind time. Like, there's no reason to beat yourself up for something that's already happened. I don't know if that's like a quote or what, but I live by that motto. Like, I cannot go back in time. I cannot fix it. I messed up this week, an off week. I had a vacation week, and now I am going to go back and now I'm going to move forward, make some better choices this week. I do meet with my nutritionist tomorrow at 4. So right after work, I'm meeting with my nutritionist. My insurance did cover my first appointment, which I thought was super cool. If you guys watched my video where I talk about the 3 things that I'm doing to break my stall and to get past this and get past my 100-pound loss, I talked about meeting with a Nourish dietitian, which is done completely through your insurance, and my insurance covered my first appointment. I have another appointment and I'm hoping that my insurance will cover them. I don't know how many appointments my insurance will cover, but I will keep seeing her until it stops covering it, and then depending on the price, if I see her any more than that. I did not do a lot of the things that we talked about, again, because I wasn't in the right mind space this summer to make those changes. I did try the ground turkey, but I didn't like it, so I'm gonna have to talk to her about that. Like, it just doesn't taste as good as ground beef, and I am someone who likes textures and I like food that tastes good, and I won't eat food that doesn't. So I'm not going to give up my ground beef. But I did up my water intake. I did do that. And I have vegetables in my freezer that I haven't eaten yet, but maybe I will put into my routine this week. So So I'm excited about meeting with her. She's very familiar with GLP-1 medications. She's very nice, and she wasn't like super pushy, but she did tell me things that I needed to know. Now, whether I will listen or not, that's up in the air. But having someone to talk about those things and to just brainstorm ideas, I'm excited about that. So I will meet with her tomorrow at 4, get my head on straight, try to start thinking about nutrition and things that I can just easy swaps and move forward, get back down into the 170s. So now we're back at square one. I feel like I'm back at square one at the beginning of the summer, getting into the 170s and staying into the 170s, and that's okay. I hope that this channel just reminds you guys that there is no such thing as perfection. I am not in a constant weight loss phase. I stop, I take breaks, I mess up all the time. And I hope that that's just realistic. I think that if you are someone who has a little bit more discipline than I do, your weight loss is probably going to happen a lot faster than mine. The line is going to be more going down versus this up and down, up and down. But if you are someone who is like me, who maybe doesn't want to just have to be in like a pure disciplined state all the time, then this is super realistic for you. And if you are someone who is just getting started on these medications, then maybe this is just your reminder that life still happens whether you're on the medications or not, and to be ready and willing to push past all of the life things that happen. I am very excited about everything moving forward. I'm going back to work. Here's to a brand new week, going back to work, getting back into the 170s as quickly as possible, and joining the GLP1 Girl Code. If you are not in there yet, get inside, introduce yourself. Let's do this together. If you are just starting, I do have a free GLP1 medication starter guide that you can grab as well. And I'm kind of excited about going back to work. I'm kind of excited about getting out of the house, doing things, and letting my body just kind of reset and almost be like shocked into a weight loss phase. I'm very excited about next week's weigh-in. We will see if that happens or not. I don't know, but you can never tell what your body is going to do with a big change, but we will find out together next week on Sunday. I will see you in my next video, which will release on Wednesday night. And yeah, let me know in the comments how your week went, or just give me a little bit of a pep talk, because this week was not the best, but we are moving forward, and perfection is never going to happen for me on this channel, and that's okay. All right, I will go ahead and link this week's video in case you missed it. And just remember, I'm telling myself this too this week, just remember you are doing much better than you think. You got this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.